we'll inform people that we'll start at 11:05, so
Yeah,
that people who already connected will be waiting.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Ah.
Satish sir,
We'll start.
shall I, sir? Yeah. Yeah, Blessing.
Yeah, please, we'll start.
Okay, sir.
Blessing.
Blessing, கேக்குதாம்மா? Hello, Blessing.
Yes, sir.
Start, ma.
Good morning to one and all attending the session. I am Blessing Esther S. from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. On behalf of St. Joseph's Institute of Technology, I am here to volunteer for today's session. I welcome you all for the Day 1 webinar series of eminent speakers on eCam conducted by our Entrepreneurship Development Cell. First of all, I thank our speaker for accepting our invitation. I am grateful to mention honor our chairman, sir, Dr. B. Babu Manoharan, and managing director, Mr. B. Jessie Priya, director, Mr. B. Shashi Shekhar, and our principal, Dr. B. Ravichandran. And a heartfelt to our department staff, professor and head, staffs and students affairs, Dr. C. Jnana Kausalya, and lab affairs, Dr. G. Rohini, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to organize this webinar, for giving us this opportunity to organize it. I will be sharing a few words about the speaker. Mr. R. Satish Raj, CEO of eCrusaders, working as a full-time entrepreneur in distribution business in India and USA. He has done his BE in computer science from Sri Sairam Engineering College. He has 6 years of working experience as sales executive and business development manager. He has been invited as guest speaker in 22 colleges all over India. Now I would like our sir to continue this message. Before that, thank you, sir, for joining us today. Before we start the session, I would like to tell a few instructions to be followed by the participants. Kindly post your queries and questions in the chat box and they'll be discussed with the speaker at the end of the session. The attendance link will be posted at the end of the today's webinar. Now I invite our speaker of the day to kindly start the session. Please, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible? Am I audible? Is my video clear? Audio clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, clear.
Okay. If I'm sitting in my village in Tiruvallur district, and if there is any challenge in my network, you guys need to call me or message me immediately. I mean, I have my phone is in flight mode, so if at all I'm disconnected, you have to call me in WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Sure, sure.
I'm just connected to Wi-Fi. Okay. So thanks for the introduction, Blessy ma'am. Thanks, St. Joseph's, for inviting me, organizing this webinar, and it's an honor and privilege to be here. All the faculties, HODs, chairman sir, director, dean, everyone, all the students, welcome all. As Blessy was introducing, I'm Satish. I run my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a trainer. It is like that. The profile which I gave was the very old one, and by this time I think I would have crossed 100 colleges and universities across India and outside India. So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a traveler by passion. Training people, giving training is my purpose. I love doing this, and let us get into the topic. My topic today is social entrepreneurship. So I want each one of you, if you're attending my webinar for the first time, please pick up your notepad and pen ready. Keep your notepad and pen ready. No point in attending this program without notepad and pen. You'll end of the session. We have discussed so many concepts, and end of the session you're going to forget everything. No point in attending. And the retention, if the retention rate need to be more, you need to write. Right, all the top 5% people around the world, they keep writing. They take notes. They collect ideas. I know the bottom 95% people, they're lazy in collecting ideas and lazy in taking notes, and that will reflect. If you don't note down, that may become a potential knowledge. And let me tell you, with the potential knowledge, nothing is going to change in this world. You need to apply the knowledge. You need to apply whatever you learn. Right, that's more important. So if at all you want to apply, if at all you don't want to forget, we live in a world of distraction, and whatever we discuss here, you'll end of this program, something else will distract you, right? So if at all you want to make this program worthy, make sure you take down notes. I've seen some people in YouTube from some not names, so can I continue this program only in English, or should I mix English and Tamil? Host, moderator, you guys need to.
No problem.
Rohini ma'am, can I do only in English, or should I mix Tamil also?
It is no problem. You can mix.
No problem, right? Perfect. So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I think I've visited St. Joseph College many times. For MBA department, I have done classroom kind of trainings. And after COVID, I think this is the second time. No, I did it for Satyabama. I don't know. Almost every single day I do trainings, and this is my passion. Try to understand this. I do this as a service, and if at all I'm not doing this program, I would have met more clients. I would have done more turnover, created more volume, met some partners virtually, would have made more money. But still, I'm here. The currency of 21st century is not money. The currency of 21st century is time. time is the most precious commodity right now. And when I saw I think some 40, 50 people, like when I started this webinar, 40, 50 people are there. And I don't know how many people there right now. I value each one of your time, and make sure you all value my time. This next 40 minutes, 45 minutes, let me tell you my agenda. At least you guys need to take 45 takeaways, 45 points to remember, or 45 things to implement in your life. No, that will be the success. And thanks, St. Joseph Management, once again for giving me this opportunity. Okay, I'm not here to give a motivational talk, or I'm not here to. I'm here to do a transformation. Means transfer, transformation, transforming into the next version is something I believe in, and something which is permanent. Motivation is temporary, transformation is permanent. So we are here to discuss about transformation. And sorry, my dress code. I came here to my village for 3-day holiday, and I'm here in this village for last 3.5 months. You know, that's how the corona impacted the world. And good. So social entrepreneurship. The next 45 minutes. I'm going to discuss about business skills, some of the business skills, and more importantly, life skills. No point in having business skills, no point in understanding certain things without having life skills, and no point in having life skills without having the entrepreneurship skills, right? So I'm going to discuss both the things, and basically I'm here to share my practical working methodologies. I'm not here to give you some theory classes, but I'm here to preach something which I practice on a daily basis for so many years now. I know, right from my college time, whatever I practice, I'm here to preach. Got it? So it will not be a boring seminar. I'll promise you on that. And how many of you? I mean, usually all the participants used to connect in Zoom, and I used to ask them, how many of you have notes? People will raise hand. Now people are there in YouTube, and I cannot switch. If I go to YouTube, this video will get stuck. So I'm not going to YouTube now. But make sure you take. This we keep this nail cutter, screwdriver at home, cellophane tape. We keep it at home, and we keep it in a safe place. And when we actually require, we'll not be in a position to find them. We'll be searching. I kept it here. We kept it here. You cannot find those things. Same way, mediocre people learn a lot of things since they didn't note down. It is there inside somewhere, but actually, when they need it, it may not come out. So make sure you, and let me tell you, and this 45 minutes, many times, I'm going to refer to this concept called top 5%, bottom 95%. Top 5%, bottom 95%. Top 5% people, bottom 95% people. The moment I say this, I read this in a book. I read this in a book, and the moment I say this, most of them they take it in the wrong way. They say, if if I make more money, I belong to top 5%. If I don't make more money, I don't belong to top 5%. No, this top 5% category of people, have 6 parameters in their life. Note this down. Note this down. Parameter number 1: good mental health, presence of mind, absence of fear, good common sense, leadership qualities, basically good thought process, right? So good mental health, number 1. Number 2, good physical health. They need to have the energy. They need to know this is the software we have, this is the hardware you have. You need to have both software and hardware without error. No point in having a software with error or hardware with error. No point in, so same way. First is mental health, number 1 is physical health. Number 3 is family, friends, bonding, relationships, basically happy home, happy family. That's the third parameter. Number 4 is, of course, financial health. End of the day, right after oxygen, we need money. So labor of love, doing something which you love, right? That's the 4th parameter. Fifth parameter is spiritual health, the connectivity with the superpower. You know, that connection, superpower. That's the fifth parameter. The sixth parameter is social responsibility. Each one of us has some responsibility. We need to give it back to the society. We need to give it back to the village. We need to give it back to farmers. We need to give it back to students. You know, make we should give it back to this country. Right? So these six parameters, if someone has all the six parameters, they have a, that's called balanced life. And all those people have this balanced life. They belong to the top 5%. You know, rest of them, they belong to bottom level. Basically, the top 5% people are so inspiring, happy people, successful people. Okay. So I'm going to refer this. I read this in a book. This is not my own opinion, or I read this in a book long time back. And I thought, yeah, it makes sense. All these six things are very, very important: mental, physical, financial, family, spiritual, social. Everything is important, right? The total holistic well-being. Right now. Um, okay. Okay. On the coming back to the social entrepreneurship. What is social entrepreneurship? It's very simple. It's a marriage between social media and business, commerce, e-commerce, electronic commerce. It's a marriage between online shopping and social media. It's a combo of hybrid. You know, that's whatever you do. You know, through your smartphone, the apps you have, social media you have, and if you can create profit, if you can create a turnover, if you can service your clients and partners, and through that you make money. That's called social entrepreneurship, social commerce. Um, there is something called law of compensation. Note this down. Law of compensation. Law of compensation. This law is from Emerson. Emerson, right? Ralph Emerson, right? He says the biggest difference between successful people and okay kind of people. All the students, we live in a world of entrepreneurs. All the students here, in this call, in this webinar, getting into a job is nothing wrong, but staying in the job, it is absolutely wrong, and it is absolutely not possible nowadays. Even right before this webinar, I was reading an article from Economic Times. You know, 18,000 people are going to lose job in one of the biggest software MNC in India. Biggest. So this economy is called gig economy. Note this down. This economy is called gig economy, where no one wants to have permanent employees. People want to have consultants, entrepreneurs. They want to have a tie-up with entrepreneurs so that they need not pay salary. They need to pay only for the turnover, profit. I mean, for the commission for the turnover they create. That's the reason Ola is tying up with all the drivers as not an employee, as a partner. Airbnb, you know, Amazon. You name a company, everybody is just, you know. And so all my students, make sure, you know, you always the long term goal. Okay, let me come to that point later part of the webinar. But we live in a world of startup. We live in a world of entrepreneurship. We all know Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam sir said, no, we should help our youngsters to become an entrepreneur, job provider, not job seekers. Out of 120 crore population in India, India is the youngest country and in the world, and 60% of them born after 1980. Means almost 60 crore or 70 crore people are youngsters. And it's absolutely not possible to provide jobs to everybody. Okay, so the law of compensation goes like this. Biggest difference between entrepreneurs and normal people, right? They have burning desire. Difference number one. Difference number two. They all work on their skills and ability on daily basis. They work on their skills, ability on a daily basis. They increase, they improvise, development. You know, they just work on their skills and ability on daily basis. Number three, very important. They identify the problem in the marketplace, problem of people, and they give solution for the people, for their problems with their products and services. That's it. If you solve problem of 100 people, you make money. 1,000 people, you make money. 10,000 people, you make money. 1 lakh people, millionaire. 10 lakh people, multi-millionaire. All the successful people around the world. This is called law of compensation. Compensation. Money is a byproduct. If you want to become an entrepreneur, don't chase money, chase values. Help people. Money is a byproduct. Correct? It's called one of my favorite law of compensation, which described about entrepreneurship with simple layman language anybody can. And I was able to understand these things when I was 21, 22 years old. I was able to. Good, great. Okay. Before I move further, I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're taking note. We have 13 people. Most of them, I think most of them are faculties here. I just want to know my audience. I think we have another few set of people in YouTube. Okay, good. Before I proceed further, this I want to share this concept which helped me big time in my personal life, business life, and with especially this Corona time, COVID time. This is very important for all the youngsters out here. There are two kind of circles. Circle one, circle two. This is called circle under your influence. Things under your control. These are things which are not there in your control. Things you cannot control. Under your influence, you cannot influence. உங்க கண்ட்ரோல் இருக்கு, உங்க கண்ட்ரோல் இல்லை. All the successful people around the world, they focus their time, energy on the things they can control. They will not worry about things they cannot control, or they will not allow this circle to control them. The things which they cannot control. There's a formula. E plus R is equal to O. E plus R is equal to O. E stands for events which are happening to you. R stands for the response you do is equal to O. O stands for outcome. Basically, life is all about 10% what is happening to you and 90% how you respond. Successful people respond in a positive way. Mediocre people respond in a mediocre way. Negative people respond in a negative way. So basically, the outcome is solely depend on your response, not on the event. Got it? And with this COVID, it is economy is down, people are suffering, people are losing jobs, businesses are vanishing. It's a tough time. It's like a world war, and it is almost like BC AC now. Before Corona, after Corona, BC and AC. Before Corona and after Corona now. After Corona, it is going to be every industry is going to they need to reinvent themselves to move on. So with this Corona, the vaccination, somebody promised, I think, Indian Management Medical Association. There will be vaccination from August. I'm praying, hoping. I want to see the world without Corona soon. I want to go out, travel the world again. Praying. But as of now, we don't have a vaccination, right? Am I right? So, don't worry about that. Focus on things you can control. What is the point about worrying about things you cannot control? I'll give you a suggestion, which I follow for so many years. The best thing to lockdown, even before this lockdown, even before this Corona, I'm following this for so many years. But I'm sharing my thought process, and you can also follow this from today. The best thing to lockdown, the best thing to quarantine is 24/7 news channel. 24/7 news channel. Most of the news channels are owned by politicians, and they want to make politics, ruling party, opposing party. They just project news. They want TRP rating. People only watch only when there is a negative news and sensational news, and Just lockdown. Just understand what's happening around the world. That's it. You cannot understand everything and give solution. Am I right? People are working hard for that. The best help you can do for authorities, just don't go out. Stay home. Stay home. So this is a time for you to work on your thought process, read a book, learn a new skill, work for your energy level, body, do exercise, spend time with family, eat good food, peacefully sit at home and do something. Just don't worry about things you cannot control, right? Uh, so segregating these two things, segregating these two things is called common sense. Abundance of common sense is called wisdom. But nowadays, common sense is uncommon between common people. We don't have common sense. Now we just worry about things which are not in our control, right? That's the first thing. That's a corona message, corona special message, right? There are three kind of people in this world: fragile, robust, anti-fragile. Fragile, it's like you are like a glass. If you throw a stone, glass will break. If I give a stress, you will break. If any stress thing happen, you will break. They're called fragile people. Next one is robust. They're strong, resilient. Like iron rod. If you throw a stone in iron rod, nothing will happen to iron rod. Right? Strong people. The third level of people are called anti-fragile. Anti-fragile property is like these people perform better when you give them stressful situation. They always perform better in a stressful situation. Example, coal. If you give pressure to coal for a longer time, coal will become a diamond. Seed. If you throw soil in a seed and give pressure, seed will come out. Seed will become. Every seed has a potential of million forests. Every seed has a potential of million forests, right? So all of us, this is a stressful situation. Corona, COVID, lockdown, salary cuts, unemployment, businesses, tough time, right? It's a tough time. And let me tell you, the top 5% will come out of this situation in a much better way, stronger way. And E plus R is going to work. Corona is the event. R is your response towards this event is equal to the outcome. 3 months, 4 months down the line, 1 year, 2 year down the line, there will be people who use this Corona time to become better. There will be people who worried about this Corona time. I'll tell you something. If you keep feeding negative news, from all the media, the cortisol level goes up. There's a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol. That's a stress hormone. That's a hormone which will sweat. The hand. There'll be sweat in hand. Something will happen in your stomach. You lose the taste of food. Fatigue. That those things are created by cortisol. Once the cortisol level goes up, stressful hormone goes up, your immunity level comes down. So 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 if you watch news channel 24/7, your immunity level come down. And guess what? Immunity is the most important factor nowadays. Now we need to build our immunity. We need to protect ourselves, build on your immunity, right? Good. Okay, I'll move on to the next part of my thought process. I don't have notes. I'm just speaking from my heart. Um, I'm here to discuss about an important concept called journaling. Journaling. Journal. Note this down. Journaling. Journaling is like this is the concept which I feel is the foundation course. Wherever I go, wherever I would have trained before Corona, I would have trained at least 20,000 students um, across India, across the world. This after Corona, almost every single day I do webinar. I do webinar with 500 people, 600 people, 1,000 people. I do faculty development programs. It's an honor to speak in front of all the faculty. These people are warriors, all the faculty, right? Okay. So after Corona, probably I would have met I have my YouTube channel. I have my broadcast channel where almost I send my trainings, to almost 20,000 people a day. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, my broadcast put together. So wherever I go, where whomever is going to invite me, whatever the topic, I always discuss about this topic. I feel this is the foundation course, and it helped me big time. It helped me big time, and it is going to help you big time, right? This is called journaling. This is called success journaling. JOURNAL journal, and it is nothing but an extended brain. Journal is extended brain, and whatever whatever the accomplishment I had, or the things I achieved, I owe everything to this concept called journaling. I've been to, I think, 13, 14. I'm a traveler by passion. I told you, right? I've been to some 13, 14 countries. My goal is to finish at least 40, 50 countries in the next 5 years' time. I'll definitely be waiting for this corona to go out of the world. So I travel the world. I train students. I make crores and crores of business turnover. I make huge profit every single month. So the holistic life I have, I owe everything to this journal. You know what? Who was the first one who introduced me to this amazing concept called journal? We all know him. We all love him. He's our country's darling, um, Abdul Kalam sir. He visited my college, Sairam College, many years back when I was in college. Um, I think second year of my college, third year of my college, right? And that was the first time he discussed about journaling. And I was like, we all love him, right? So that was a seed he planted. And uh, long story short, once I finished my college, I started my career with companies. I used to work with Sifi Technologies. Then I used to work with Ingram Micro. It's a huge company. But I always wanted to become an entrepreneur. I want to be my own boss. I want to be an entrepreneur, and I was looking for opportunities. And I started meeting people, interacting with people, and started listening to podcasts, TED talks. Everybody started saying, read books, read books, read books. If at all you want to become an entrepreneur, you need to read books. Books was like, எனக்கு பிடிக்காது புக்கெல்லாம் பார்த்தா எனக்கு ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கும். But வேற வழி இல்ல. I need to read. So I started reading books, and I fell in love with books. I started reading books, and every book started discussing about this journal. I also remembered Abdul Kalam sir initiated that, and then I started doing research on this, and I started the implementation. And amazing. I would recommend you to write journal right after this webinar, right from 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, I'm going to wind up the session, and right from 12 o'clock, you should have a journal for your life, right? Journal is a diary. It's a note. It's a note. It's an extended brain. It's an extended brain. You need to have 4 parts in journal. It's like a 4 subject note. First few pages, first 20 pages, next 20 pages, next 20 pages. 4 subject note. The first part of the journal, you need to write down dreams and goals and purpose and the why factor. Basically, why you want to live, where you're going. கனவுகள், லட்சியங்கள், குறிக்கோள், இலக்குகள். Write down everything. Things you want to achieve, things you want to become, things you want to have, places you want to visit, experiences you want to have. Write down everything. Things you want to do to next 2 hours time, 2 days time, 2 weeks time, 2 months time, 2 years time, 20 years time. Your midterm, short term, long term. Write down everything. Pen need to touch the paper. That's the magic. Before they constructed this home, they had a blueprint. Nobody can construct a home without a blueprint. EC department, right? You will have a blueprint. Before you do anything, you have a blueprint. Before the designed this, they had a plan. Before they made this, they took, they measured, they did a planning. Then only they can sit same way. life. Top 5% people will design their life. Bottom 93% people will have a default life. You may be from any background now, but let me tell you, right today, right from today, keep writing your dreams and goals. Abdul Kalam sir, when he visited our college, he said, he asked us to stand. All of us stood up. Thousands of students in my college, we all stood up. Then he said, I still remember, whenever I speak, I get goosebumps. He said, I want to tell you something. I want to shout 10 times right after me. All you students need to shout along with me. We all said, yes, sir. Then he said, top of his voice, he said, small aim is a crime, small aim is a crime, small aim is a crime, small aim is a crime. Everybody was shouting, small aim is a crime. Faculties were shouting, HODs were shouting, students were shouting, small aim is a crime. So, let me tell you, that got into my mind big time. And you need to, small aim is a crime. People who live without dreams and goals. Um, that's an insult to the creator. The gift from the creator to this creation is the imagination power and dreaming. No other species in this world ever had, will have the imagination power. Monkey, donkey, dog, cow, lion, tiger, nothing can dream. Nothing can think about future. Only the humans can think about future. Human can design their future. But we always misuse the gift. The misusing is called negative imagination, negative thought process, worrying. All right, that we'll come to that part later. And long story short, write down everything. If you love traveling, write down all the places you want to visit. If you love your family, write down all the things you want to do with your family. If you love gadgets, write down all the gadgets you want to buy. Write down everything. Write down everything. The moment I say write down dreams, people will immediately say I get into the job. A job is a vehicle. Nothing wrong. You can also set a goal for that vehicle. But my question is, with that vehicle, where you want to go? Destination. With this current generation, there's a big confusion between the job and life. Job is a vehicle. Life is a journey. Right? I read this long time back. There are 4 levels of goal setting you all need to have. The bottommost level of goal setting is called survival. So all the students, first year, second year, third year, or final year, just passed out of college, you will get into a job. That's a survival. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 salary. That's a survival, right? The next level of goal setting is called status. I was telling you, right? We live in a world of entrepreneurship. 21 years getting into job is okay. 41 years still working is that era is over. 2020 now. 2040 will be different. Altogether, it's a different world. Change is so fast now, like never before. Change is the only permanent thing we have right now. So you need to change, embrace change, right? So the second level of goal setting is for status. If you make 50,000 income, work towards 5 lakh income. Work towards being your own boss. Status. Yeah. The third level of goal setting is called financial freedom. Work in such a way, for the bit of time, make money works for you. Create systems. Systems should work for you. All the top 5% people build network. They create systems. Right? So that's called financial freedom. The final level of goal setting is called purpose. How many trees you planted? How many kids you educated? How many people you inspired? Old age home. Doing back to the society. Purpose. So these are the 4 levels of goal setting. You know what? 95% of the people, they start their life with the bottommost level, survival. They end their life with bottommost level, survival. Only 5% people elevate themselves, graduate themselves. They move on to the next level. So I want you guys to sit down tonight, today, write down dreams and goals in every parameter of your life. Survival, status, financial freedom, purpose, right? That's called first set of the journal. First part of the journal is goals, dreams and goals and purpose and whys. Watch this video called Golden Circle from Simon Sinek. Amazing video. He will discuss about why factor. Find the why, which will make you to cry. Means, the purpose. Open eyes every single day with purpose. If you don't have that purpose, um, people who have purpose will hire you. You know what I mean, right? In fact, one of my favorite authors is Robin Sharma. He used to say often, most of the people, 85, 95% of the people they are died at 25, waiting to get buried till 75 or 85. Okay, that's the first part of the goal setting. First part of the journal. Second part of the journal, you need to write down all the good things which you have already in your life. Attitude of gratitude. Thank you is the most powerful prayer in the world. I've traveled around the world. I have friends in Buddhism. I have friends in Muslim. I have friends in Christianity. I have friends in Hinduism. Every God says, thank you is the most powerful prayer in the world. If you want to go, this is God, right? If you want to go near God, you need to say thank you. If you want to go away from God, you need to complain. God don't love people who complain. Stop criticizing, stop complaining, stop condemning for everything. Look out for good things. If your tongue is positive, whole world will like you. Whole world will like you. If your eyes are positive, you will love the whole world. It's our duty to have eyes and tongues in a positive way. All top 5% people will never complain. All top 5% people will look out for good things in every difficulty. They are solution based. Bottom 95% people are problem centric. They always discuss problems. They create problems. They work. They live in problems. But the top 5% people, solutions are very simple. You know what? They work towards the solution and they create solutions. They solve problems. They solve challenges. They're always positive, optimistic. So second part of the journal, write all the good things you have in your life already. The parents you have, the home you have, the car you have, the bike you have, the phone you have, the country you live in, the colleges you study, the faculties you have, the food you eat. They are specially designed, special edition. Nobody have my DNA. Nobody have my uh, uh, so God designed each one of you for a purpose. So don't insult. Don't compare yourself with others. All the negative spiral things. Just don't do that. And second part of the journal, long story short, write all the good things you have. Attitude of gratitude. Count your blessings. Stop complaining. Right? Start the day with law of visualization. Log the day with law of visualization. Visualization of your top 5 dreams. Visualize. That's a law. Like law of gravity. That's a law. Right? Right after the visualization, count your blessings. Count all the blessings you have. All the good things you have. Same way, before you retire for a day, visualization, your top 5 dreams and goals. And thank God for all the good things you had on that day. Tonight in your journal, thank God for this webinar. So many people coordinated with me for so many days to create this webinar for you people. Right? Thank you, the management. Right? Okay, now that's the second part of the journal. The third part of the journal. You cannot change your life, or you cannot live a happy life, or you cannot become a top 5% people if you don't change these two things. One is without changing your thought process, nothing is going to change. Thought process. Thoughts become things. எண்ணம் போல் வாழ்க்கை. தாமரையின் உயரம் தண்ணீரின் உயரம் மனிதனின் உயரம் எண்ணங்களின் உயரம். You cannot, if your thought process at this level, your life will never take off, will not go this level. If at all you want to increase your life to this level, first you need to increase your thought process to this level so that the life will follow you. So basically everything is your thought process. Per day, scientifically proven, per day, some 60,000, 70,000 people are 60,000, 70,000 thoughts we get every single day. 60,000 thoughts per day. Out of which, if 60%, 70% is positive, congratulations, you belong to top 5% people. If it is more negative than positive, don't worry, we can work on it and change it. Right? Okay. So you need to change the thought process. That's the first circle you need to change. That's the foundation. And above that, you need to construct. We do foundation, then we construct building, the structure. The building is habit. Habits you do. You get up in the morning, you sleep at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night. In between that 12 hours, 15 hours, what exactly you do? You form habit, habit forms you. You form habit, habit forms. I'm going to quickly say some few points. It's a huge topic. It requires a lot of training. Things I missed out here, it is there in my YouTube. I'll add you to broadcast so that you can go and watch over there. But let me tell you, to have better thought process, every single day, we feel neck below 3 times, neck below 3 times. What are we feeding neck above? Are we feeding neck above in a positive way? Good thing. Whatever you feel neck below will take care of your health. Whatever you feed neck above will take care of your wealth. That's a wealth, right? So make sure, arrest all the negative things which you feed above neck. Point number one, arrest. If you eat negative food, junk food, it is going to spoil your pattern, right? If you eat poison, what will happen? If you eat cyanide, what will happen? You lose your life, right? Same way, negative news is like cyanide, poison to your mind. So arrest all the negative things. Don't feed unnecessary things which are not useful to you. Number two, feed this with positive things every single day. At least 1 hour a day. At least 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day, you need to feed your brain with positive things. Make sure you. How to feed? You know, there are so many good things. I think somebody unmuted. Jabba ma'am, yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So feed your brain in a positive way every single day. There are so many good YouTube channels, so many good books. I happen to read some 10 books between my 22 years and 23 years about business, about life, about leadership, about people skills. Those books literally changed my life. I have all those PDF. If at all you want those PDF, let me know. I'll send you all the PDF. I'll share my contacts. So basically, 1 hour a day, you need to feed your brain. If you don't feed your brain, this brain will not work. So this will take. If you don't control this, that's it. This will control you in a negative way. So it's called neuroscience. No, feed your brain every single day 1 hour, and whatever you feed that 1 hour, note down in your third part of your journal. So basically, third part of the journal is brain food. Whatever you feed, note down. Whatever I discussed now, if at all you're noting it down, make sure you copy that in your third part of your journal. Don't copy it some rough note and throw it away. Journal is something which you want to have forever. That's the third part of the journal. The final part of the journal, right? You can write down all the problems you have. It can be negative thought process, negative habit, some addiction to video game, addiction to TV, addiction to smoking, addiction to drinking, worrying, procrastination, laziness, overreacting, over anger, fear about public speaking, fear about interviews, fear about exams, fear about life, relationship problems, overweight, underweight, whatever your problem, the challenges you face, you have all your negative things which are happening to you, write down in the journal. Journal have a beautiful quality, When you write good things, it will magnify. When you write negative things, it will diminish. I don't know all the negative qualities, negative things you want to overcome. If you have debt, credit card, whatever, write it down. And there is a 3-way methodology through which you can solve any problem in the world. Methodology number 1, you have to ask the right person for advice. People ask the wrong people for advice. You need to ask the right person. Someone who's like who overcame the problem you have right now. Right? If you ask them, he's going to give you perfect input and it is going to help you. So number one is you need to ask the right person. Number two, you need to read the right material. Watch the right material. 1 hour brain food. If you feed, it's like charging your phone. No phone can work without charging. No successful person can work without charging their brain. Abdul Kalam is dead and gone. Steve Jobs is dead and gone. Mother Teresa is dead and gone. Gandhi is dead and gone. Martin Luther King is dead and gone. But these people are still living in YouTube. Still living. Every single day you can listen to one person. Understand their thought process. Get the vocabulary, the communication, the way they speak. Why not? Right? 1 hour. If you read and listen, you can solve any problem in the world. That's the second way of solving it. First is mentorship. Number two is reading and listening. Number three is you need to take action. Most of the problems, the root cause of most of the problem is inaction. They don't do anything and they get into problem. If you take action, most of the problem will vanish by itself. So these are three ways you can solve any problem in the world. So basically, four parts of journal: dreams and goals, thank you note, 1 hour brain food, and the problems. Right? Let me tell you something. When you do this journaling, basically it is like taking the inventory of yourself, knowing who you are, what exactly you want, what are the good things you have, how much training you do, and what are the challenges you have, how to overcome those things. These simple things will help you. At least weekly twice, you need to sit with your journal. Twice or thrice, sit, go calm, go to the terrace, take the journal, sit, find out, go inside you and find out what exactly you want, where you want to go, visualize 10 years, 15 years. Ask your parents today, all the students here. I always tell this to my students, ask your parents today. எங்க காலேஜ்ல இன்னைக்கு வெபினார் பண்ணாங்க. அதுல ஒருத்தர் பேசினாரு. அவர் வந்துட்டு ஜேர்னல் பத்தி எழுத சொன்னாரு. நான் ஜேர்னல் எழுதிட்டு இருக்கிறேன். உங்களுக்கு என்னெல்லாம் வேணும் சொல்லுங்க. I'll make sure I'll achieve all these things in the next 3-4 years time. I'll make you proud. Ask them, ask your parents. They'll feel so happy. In fact, ரொம்ப நிம்மதியா நீங்க தூங்குவாங்க. என்னடா என் பிள்ளைக்கு பொறுப்பு வந்துச்சு. Right? And that's a response. That's a good, this addiction, the smoking, drinking, it's a kind of addiction, Talabadi, smoking, drinking, 24 மணி நேரம் mindless watching television, 24 மணி நேரம் cricket பார்க்கறது, இதெல்லாம் ஒரு addiction, They think it is giving them pleasure. I'll tell you something. These are temporary high and there's something called natural high. Natural kick இருக்கும். Natural kick. அது என்ன அப்படின்னா, first you becoming the best version of yourself. Number one. Number two, making your parents proud. Making the happiness in your mom and dad's face. Making them proud because of you in front of your relatives. These are like emotional things. If I throw a pin at you, the pin will touch you and fall down. If I fix a pin with a 5 feet rod, some 10 kg rod, and if I throw it to you, that will kill you. The same pin. That pin is like a wish we all have in the life, but that rod is like emotion. So all of you should have an emotional dream, emotional goal, emotional purpose, and it's very simple. Life don't complicate these things. And my time is up. We have business boot camps where we train people about entrepreneurship. It's a 4-day program. Every day 2 hours we train. It's a free boot camp. We teach people about how people can build something on their own using smartphone. If you're somebody who inclined towards entrepreneurship, you let me know. There's a small selection criteria. If you get selected, we can add on to you to this business boot camp where we train more about business and stuff like that. So almost it's 12 o'clock now. These are things I want to share, and so happy to meet you all. If you have any questions, you can, if you're on YouTube, you can send the question. I think Praveen brother can read those questions to me. Uh, Whatever comes in my mind, I can answer.
Yes, sir. Blessing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your stimulating and fruitful session. Now let's move on to the question and answer session. Is there any linkage between entrepreneurial perspectives and stakeholder co-creation? Sir,
Okay, that's a
can
question,
I
right? That's a
repeat?
question. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is there a
Is there any linkage between entrepreneurial perspectives and stakeholder co-creation?
okay co-creation? Okay, co-creation is the new normal now. Companies merge. You cannot live without co-creation. Synergy. There's something called synergy. When two people sync with each other, there is a energy. There's something called 360-degree coverage. I cannot. I have a blind spot. This is my blind spot. You will have a blind spot. You cannot see your blind spot. I cannot see my blind spot. Right? But if we co-create, we can cover the blind spot. I can cover your blind spot. You can cover my blind spot. So co-creation is something very important with current scenario, as you told. And entrepreneurship stakeholder, basically we need to add. Uh, Basically, we need to add more value to the marketplace. Without adding value to the marketplace, cannot be a entrepreneur. You cannot stakeholders cannot um, approach an entrepreneur who's not creating any value addition. So basically, if an entrepreneur need to attract more stakeholders, he need to create more value addition to the marketplace. That's my um, these are things that's coming in my coming instantly. Any other questions, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. The next question is, what is the role of social entrepreneurship in improving government performance?
Perfect. I'll tell you something. Most of a lot of people ask this question. Um, I love this country. I wanted to do so many things. I'll tell you something. India is a country, but we all represent India, and every person in India works hard. And if they take their family to the next level, our country will be a superpower. Japan is not Japan. Japan is people of Japan. Got it? There are I read all the Japanese concepts. So many good things. Such a small country with big economy and people productivity, and the we should stop this blame game. There's something of blame game. I used to cover that in my main topic, but I don't have time today. There's something of blame game. People blame people. People blame government. People blame politicians. People blame institutions. Stop the blame game. Do your duty. Average Indian watch 6 hours of television every single day. What is the point in watching 6 hours of television every single day? Just imagine 100 crore people watching television 6 hours. How much of unproductive time? So the question is, role of entrepreneur with the government. Role of entrepreneur. These are the people who, the wheel of economy, right? These are the people who improvise the economy of the country. So we have. Let me tell you, a lot of people have this confusion. The moment we say entrepreneur, startup, they think some technology. No, having a pot and growing your own chilies is the first level of entrepreneurship. Chilies, we go and buy, our mom and ask us to buy chilies, 10 rupees chili, 5 rupees. We run, go to the shop, buy some 5 rupees chili, come. Why don't we have that own chili? That's the first. If everybody in India started doing that, that's where the entrepreneurship begins. Just don't complicate things. And let me tell you, without entrepreneurs, the country cannot move on. So it's our duty, it's our national duty. And after this corona, entrepreneurship is the new normal. We need to take forward and move forward. We should work so hard to get back the economy we have and get back the. We need to keep the ball rolling, right? So we need to take charge and move on. That's it.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, will entrepreneur have the security features to protect our data?
Okay. What kind of data? The data you have, entrepreneurship. Can you repeat me the question, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, sir. Will entrepreneur have the security features to protect our data?
From whom? Okay, it's a. I need more clarification for the question. But let me tell you, even for the Zoom, a few months back, there was a saying that someone hacked the Zoom, and people spread negativity. Zoom came up with a press report saying we follow some five level encryption or some technical things, and which is used by U.S. Army, which is used by U.S. Navy. It's the highest form of security systems they have. And I used to tell people, see, the the moment I mean, people are like, the moment we think about these things, people um take a lot of negative stuff, negative things. There's something, a law of expectation. People expect everything in a negative way. Data thread, that thread, this thread. Just keep it simple and move on. um, uh, I'm not a technical guy. I got nothing to do with technology. So whatever the technical questions you have, I got nothing to do. I really don't know what is, like, I didn't even know. I know how to have Facebook, Gmail, Instagram, probably the Zoom. That's it, right? So that I cannot get into the technical part of it. But let me tell you something. Keep it simple. Um, I strongly believe in this. Do good things will happen to you. So no point in worrying about data. We can delegate things. There are so many good companies who can protect our data. There are so many good companies who already, market leader in data security. So we can hire them and make them to. That's called delegation. Delegate the work and let them do the work, and you do your core work and co-create. That's it. I'll be sharing my YouTube channel. Just a minute. I'm sharing it here in Zoom now. Satish Raj, Live Life King Size. That's my YouTube, that's my Instagram, that's my Facebook page, everything. My broadcast is Satish Raj. This is my broadcast. You need to tell me whether you want get added in English broadcast or Tamil broadcast. If it is English broadcast, I'll add you in English broadcast. Otherwise, I'll add you in Tamil broadcast. So basically, we have. I'm just got onto YouTube, but I'm not able to send the message in YouTube. I cannot. I think that the option is okay. Basically, note this down. People who are watching it still. 9840 is the broadcast channel. 9840 That's your WhatsApp broadcast channel. You have to tell your preferred language, English or Tamil. I know only two languages, English or Tamil. I can add you to that respective group, so you get my training. Whenever I do training, you get my training. Instagram is satishRaj.r, Live Life King Size. That's fine. Instagram, YouTube, that's fine. So any other questions, ma'am? Otherwise, we can.
Yes, sir. There is one more question.
Yes, sir.
Does social entrepreneurship help in sustaining the cultural heritage? Can I repeat the question, sir?
Yes. I mean, people who ask questions.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Social entrepreneurship, does it help in sustaining the cultural heritage?
Absolutely, yes, right. it is again, it solely depends on every individual. How exactly we are rooted, how exactly we are inclined towards our own heritage. You know, uh, Again, let me go back to this people of Japan. They are high tech. At the same time, they're high touch. They are high tech, but they never lose their values. They still good things. So it is up to our individual, that particular individual entrepreneur who need to decide. If they want to protect their heritage. You know, I strongly believe that the way the Indian heritage should be protected big time, and we should celebrate our heritage. We should teach this to next generation, and that's our responsibility, right? Absolutely, yes. So we should do, and it is our responsibility. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. That's it, sir. The questions are
Blessing?
on social entrepreneurs. Yes, ma'am.
No, your voice is getting break. That's why. Continue.
Sorry.
No problem.
Thank you, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining us to share your knowledge. My heartfelt thanks to our beloved chairman, sir, Dr. B. Babu Manoharan, for his consistent upkeep in conduction of this webinar. My sincere thanks to our managing director, ma'am, Mrs. B. Jessie Priya, and our directing director, sir, Mr. B. Sasi Shekhar, for their guidance in conduction of this webinar. I would like to express my gratitude to our principal, sir, Dr. P. Ravichandran, for his support to conduct this webinar. I also thank our head of department, Dr. C. Nyana Kausalya ma'am, staff and student affairs, and Dr. G. Rohini ma'am, lab affairs, for the other fasts and other faculties for organizing this event successfully. Finally, I thank all the students, faculties, research scholars from India and other countries for their active participation in this webinar. This series will be continued tomorrow by another eminent speaker, Mr. Sivaraj Ramaratnan, founder and CEO of Native Land, at 2 p.m. I request all the interested participants to register for tomorrow's webinar